Hi YouTube family, this is Latrice, one of your favorite people in the whole wide world next to everybody else that you know. So get excited. So in my last YouTube video, I talked about how you could subconsciously teach your children about investing. And a comment was left by a friend who said, hey, that sounds like savings. You know, great video, but it sounds like savings. Actually, I'm gonna say exactly what he said. So the comment read, and I'm gonna read it so that you see it. No. So here's what the comment read. Great concept. I think everyone should put aside money, but this seems more like savings than investing. And to that I responded, number one, I'm super grateful that a comment was left, by the way. But also, here's how I responded to him. I said, thanks for watching the video. You are right. It is savings for me and the beginning of me teaching her about investing. I will make another video in the future further explaining what everything looks like. So now you know why I created this video. So let's get into it. So the very quick background story of why I created that video in the first place, just in case you don't go all the way back to look at the video. I am going to show it very soon in the next few seconds. But the very quick background story is I talked to my goddaughter directly about investing. I would love to invest with her, teach her about investing and different things of that nature. But again, I told her it's going to be your choice, nothing I'm going to force you to do, right? And so I'm trying to figure out different ways that I can help stimulate her mind to where she would be more like open to doing it and not so against it. Because you know when you force somebody to do something, they're like, you know how we get. Even I do the same thing. So I'm just coming up with different solutions, different ways on how to connect with her or even reach her when it comes to things like that, that I know will serve her in her future versus harm her in her future. So that's how that came about. And I'm about to show you the quick video about what I said so that you all can understand what I'm about to explain, why I said what I said. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's get into it. Okay, for the record, I don't have any biological children. I have a goddaughter. And for me, I pour into her as much as I can from what I understand, right? And so every year for the past few years, she has been spending Thanksgiving with my family. And so I remember late last year in November, I paid for her ticket and I wasn't happy about it. Because here's why. I didn't plan for how much it was going to cost. And it was more than what I thought it would cost. I know, weird. So fast forward to this year, I told myself in January, I was like, hey, why don't you just set aside a little bit of money for her so that about time November run around, you have the money you need in order to pay for a ticket and you're not feeling some type of way because that's actually money for her. And here's where you can subconsciously start to teach your child about investing. And that's where I got this idea from. So let me explain it to you. Let me elucidate for you.
That's a word I just learned.
For the purpose of this example, I'm going to use $50, okay? So $50, if I save up $50 every month from January until November, that's an additional $550 towards her ticket, right? Normally her ticket costs about $250. Here's where subconsciously teaching your kids to invest money came from. So that will leave, if you subtract $250, because that's how much her ticket will cost me, from $550, you're left with $300. So the $300 I thought about, I was like, oh, I can give that to her. I said,
wait, there's more.
So I'm gonna give my goddaughter a choice. Here's what I'm gonna say to her, and here's what you could use. Hey, so I can give you the money back, and if I give you the money back, then I'm gonna deduct some money from it. Or I can invest it for you and I'll give you all the money by investing. Which one would you choose? You see how simple that is? And I know it sounds so simple that maybe some of you will be like,
that's it?
Yes, that's it. Okay. So based off of the video you just saw, the comment from my friend is very correct. That is savings for me. And regarding my goddaughter, that is absolutely, or at least that's an idea that I'm coming up with. We won't know if this really works until November of this year, because this is my first time ever doing that. Very quickly, savings for me is like 1, 2, 3. It's not complicated like it used to be for me anymore. So for me, I don't even think about it. So when he pointed it out, like, hey, that's savings, I'm like, oh yeah, that is savings for me. But for me, I'm thinking about like, how can I start to teach her about investing? Like, I talked to her directly, but you know, there's some things she's just like,
Miss me with that.
and then there are times when, you know, I'm like, I want to go over, I want to talk to her indirectly. So this is one of those indirect approaches, which is, and here's the breakdown of it. So I would have the money, as you saw in the video, like $300 left, and I'm giving her the option on what she would love to do with that $300. And so if she takes the money, money will be deducted from it. If she takes the investment, then she can get all the money, right? And then allow her investment to grow for her. If I'm trying to deduct some money from her because she takes the money up front, then I want that, hopefully that it starts a conversation. Maybe she may ask me, well, why are you taking money from me? I don't understand. And then I can explain it to her. If she doesn't ask me, then I'll say, do you know why I'm deducting any money from it? And she may say no. And I'll say, well, let me explain. I'm like, here's how investments work. I'm taking any opportunity that I can in order to talk about investments with her. So anything that might spark something for her and she's like, I don't understand, or because it's in that time that I've noticed that people want to learn more. It's when they're confused and they want to figure out why something happened. So that's what I'm hoping to do with my goddaughter. And hopefully you could do that with your children. Again, let me know if it works for you. If you have a goal, share that in the comments section. Come back and rewatch this video and say, hey, here's what I learned. I would love all of that. What was your takeaway from this video? As always, you all, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. With that being said, see you later. Bye.